they're getting together in the restaurant here to watch this decision tonight. We talked about earlier the fact that the Heat weren't expecting to hear one way or another from LeBron James until a couple of minutes before the show starts. Conceivably, Pat Riley could be on the phone right now getting word. We simply don't know. As far as we know, the Heat don't know yet, which is a rather interesting development.
You know, Bob, if LeBron does decide to play in Miami, what kind of celebration or
Real with TV, Richard Grissom.
expect from the city? From the Heat?
I just want to ask you,
Linda, there's
months ago when the playoffs first started,
that will happen whether LeBron James comes here or not.
Who said that D-Wade and Chris Bosh is going to Miami?
Whether LeBron James is here or not.
Right.
Obviously, they're waiting.
Did I not say Amari Stoudemire and Joe Johnson was going to go to the Knicks?
Sign the contract until they figure out what's going on with LeBron.
All right, I was correct on one. Amari Stoudemire went to the Knicks. Joe Johnson signed with the Atlanta Hawks.
So everything's sort of on hold right now.
So far, one of my predictions is off. Now, I did predict LeBron James to go to Chicago. I said he'd either go to Chicago or he'd stay in Cleveland. But it's looking like this nigga could go to Miami. So therefore, Real West Television, I'm your host, Real West.
I'm going to go wild card. I'm going to go wild card and say he will go.
You can only ask so many times eventually.
Cleveland. I think the nigga get cold feet, and I think he go back to Cleveland too. But this is I've been pacing back and forth all day, checking ESPN.com on my phone, monitoring and shit. This got to be like the most watched sports event in history, and
a while ago.
And it's just a nigga getting signed. That's crazy. But this is about to be interesting.
And he's still not Jordan.
And he's still not Jordan. We're gonna put that out there. But here it is. It's about to go down. They about to do the live feed. LeBron James about to say who he about to get signed to. Hey. Stop touching the camera. All right, here we go. Ladies and gents, you about to watch it along with me. We about to go ahead and watch this, see where LeBron James go. Eyes on the TV.
Tonight, the focus of the sports world zeroes in on a suburb about 35 miles northeast of New York City at the Boys and Girls Club in Greenwich, Connecticut, where LeBron James, the most prized free agent in NBA history, will make an announcement that will impact the league for years to come. In each of the 7 seasons, LeBron James walked off the court without winning a title, including this past season when the Celtics beat the Cavaliers. Will this be our final image of LeBron in a Cleveland uniform? His decision is coming up next.
With breathless anticipation, the basketball world has been waiting.
Just try to keep my options available. At the end of the day, we all know this is a business.
The courtship of a franchise-saving superstar.
There's a little sexy jersey right there. I ain't even gonna lie, that Knicks jersey is kind of cold.
Well, not happening throughout, when
it's a possibility he could trump everybody and go to the Knicks, though. I'm thinking he is gonna go back to Cleveland. But honestly, personally, if this nigga go to Miami, I'm gonna be pissed because I want to see something like a Magic Johnson Michael Jordan matchup or like a Magic Johnson Larry Bird. I want to see a D-Wade versus LeBron James. I want to see a rivalry like that. And if them niggas play on the same team together, that'd be fucked up. For real. That's like straight up domination for the next 6 to 10 years.
I'm talking about a free agency period that compels and captivates like this one. Tonight, the top prize of the class of 2010 will reveal where he's going.
You want him to go to the Knicks?
Welcome to an ESPN special, The Decision. I'm Stuart Scott alongside Mike Wilbon, John Barry, and Chris Broussard. You've heard of like blanket defense, right? You guys heard of that? We have this blanketed everywhere. Blanket coverage all over the country. Now, Chris, you've been on this story since the inception. What's the latest right now that you're hearing?
Well, the latest from the sources that I've been talking to yesterday, today, people who know LeBron personally, players who are close to LeBron, all indications are that he's going to join the Miami Heat. But I think with so many twists and turns in this story, it turns every day, turns every hour. I think you have to leave at least a little wiggle room for Cleveland, Chicago, and New York. but the indications are Miami.
You guys remember the movie Trading Places, the great Eddie Murphy, Dan Aykroyd? I feel like we're waiting for the crop report. And I'll call you Clarence Beeks, the guy with the...
I thought this nigga was supposed to announce
to find out what's going to happen.
Fucking 8 o'clock. What happened to that shit? Why these niggas talking?
Well, and I'm really stunned by this. I thought if LeBron James was going to move from Cleveland, it would be to the Chicago Bulls. He's going to go join the second best player in the NBA to me, is Wayne Wade. Will that be enough to get a title? With all the moves they're going to have to make, we will see. But certainly 3 formidable players down in Miami. Pat Riley at it again, will be. This guy can sell. He can put teams together. He's obviously one of the greats. And he got in LeBron's ear. He's got him going down there. And I'm very, very surprised if that's going to be the decision.
Maybe. We don't know.
Hang on, Cleveland.
Well, we're waiting for cold feet. I mean, to me, that's the only thing I think we're talking about. I don't have as many sources as Chris Broussard does anymore, but I checked with a couple, and they said the same thing that you have been told, Chris, and that was Miami. Done deal. But I'm just wondering, I mean, when you have to leave your home, and LeBron James surely knows of the pressure. We're not talking about just sports pressure. We're talking about a depressed area of the upper Midwest where LeBron James means something to Northeast Ohio and the state of Ohio that I think no athlete or no other person has since Jim Brown, and in some ways more, because the area has been so economically depressed. And because that's a lot of pressure.
He's a native.
And he's a native. He doesn't
owe them anything, will be.
He doesn't owe them not about owing them anything. I agree. But I'm just talking about he feels that these are his neighbors and his relatives and his schoolmates and guys he grew up on the playground with, and it's difficult to look them in the face, even though he does deserve to explore whatever opportunities he has and say, guys, I'm out. That's difficult.
That city has not won a major pro championship since 1964. We are just minutes away from a decision that will reverberate around the league for years to come. Not in the history of the NBA, not even in the history of American sports, has a free agent athlete